Hey. I'm live. I'm excited. The episode with Cedric the Entertainer drops tonight. Should be up now. So I'm actually about to go live with Cedric the Entertainer just to talk about how our episode went and some other little things that you guys might want to hear about directly from him because he's a trooper. So, hey, Jalen, did I say that right? We're about to get some real juice. And here's the great thing about Ced. He don't even shy away from none of the conversations and none of the questions I be asking. And if y'all know me, I be asking some crazy stuff. And he just be about it. So let me see if I know how to. I'm about to give me 1 second. Oh, you know what? I don't even know if he know how to do it. And I don't know how to do it either. Anyone can see the person. Hey, Miss Tracking. Thank you for joining. I hope you guys are subscribed because go to whatshesaidpodcast.com and that's where you can see the actual episode for tonight. So we're just waiting for Ced to get on. He just texted me and said, "Where are you at?" I am on here, sir. Where are you at? Hey, DJ Looney Tunes. Actually, we got your episode next week, the one we shot in your studio with Dr. Abbott. That's next week. So I'm excited about that. Gillian, what's good? One Black Diamond. Hey. Let me see if I could. Ced, I see Ced just joined in. Appreciate ya. All right, let me see. View your request. There we go. Waiting for you. Connecting. Hey, Ced.
Word up. What's happening?
I see you looking cool than a fan.
Yeah, I pulled up.
With the glasses on and whatnot.
Yeah, I got the gazelles out. I pulled them out. I'm old school. They might give me a light Jerry curl or something, you know what I'm saying? Pull up in an A50 BMW on your ass. You be like with the Fila sweatsuit. You be like, outside, look at Ced.
Not the Fila sweatsuit, but you do look like you need to have a Wave Nouveau going on back there. What's good with you? Where you at? In LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA. We just got out. We did a table read of the next episode of The Neighborhood, and then I was just going to meet one of my boys for a little cigar and shit.
Beverage. Nice. First off, I owe you congratulations on your NAACP nomination. That's huge. For the neighborhood. I was okay. I almost called you the NCAA, but
yeah. I could win one of them too. Like I could hoop. Shit. But no.
You can hoop? No.
No, but it's really good. It's of course just anytime you get nominated for your work, like people recognize you, it's all great. So I appreciate it.
Fantastic. No, I saw that last night. I was like, dang, that's so dope. And then the neighborhood is doing so well. I was like top on CBS for a comedy series. Like, you doing your thing. I appreciate you all that you do for all of us, keeping us laughing year round.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm glad. Like I say, you do big network television, which was a choice for me. But when you start doing big network television, you know that you like kind of doing a show that has that middle America appeal, right? It's not necessarily like the hot Netflixy energy that everybody be bubbling over, like watching Power and all that stuff. But people who do have family time, they sit at home, and then you kind of do. This is that old school, what they call the multicam format. So it feels like older television, but we have a good time with the writing and try to tell these stories where you can't curse and you can't do all this other stuff. We get some dams in every now and then, and but it's a blessing though. Like like for the most part, one is just it's big business. It's big business, and so it's different than doing shows where you only get 10 episodes in a season, because we usually get, like I say, 20, 22, 20, 22, 20 times. So that'd just be big boss shit right there.
Yeah, now you doing it. But on to what I had you come on here for. You are a trooper, and let me tell you why. I didn't hold no punches, and I didn't know how you was gonna respond to our topic. I hope you guys follow this at my site. What she said, our new podcast that it was our second guest on there, and he came through. I threw out a curveball, and I thought he was gonna crumble, and he just went on ahead, threw his jacket on it, and got real serious with me. He came through and answered all the questions,
Yeah,
and I mean, it was a rough one. I mean,
yeah,
to ask a married man about infidelity and have that topic is a rough one, and you handled it.
yeah. That's great. I think people enjoy this. I mean, one, I think the sincerity of the question is that like again, a lot of single ladies get approached by married guys, and you do, and these guys usually try to offer you things that don't really come with the ideology of being able to be in a full relationship. Nobody has to be committed, and so to some women that may be just what the doctor ordered, but most people find themselves wanting something more. And I like to, as people see it, I like to where we got to at the end when you asked the question about, how me and my wife have been together for so long. And I thought it was a great summation of all of it, you know what I'm saying? Because,
Hmm.
anybody can, you can have these great, you can have vibes with people, and then you can want to smash, and these are the easy that kind of come with life. So attraction is a very interesting thing with people. When you instantly attracted with something and you got somebody's chemistry, but then you in a relationship one way or the other, then that's where people have to find these lines in the sand. It's usually the women that have to draw the line, because guys, they just in general, until we get more mature or older, or you just built like that. Guys just, they just, we want everything we can get, what I'm saying? Whole bag of Doritos, you know what I'm saying? Flat out.
Right. And that was the thing I loved about your summation as you came to, as we talked and we grew, actually, the conversation grew. You said, I had to grow, I had to mature to get to this point where I'm at right now and understand the value of my wife and my family and my kids. Like you were saying, as a man, it didn't start out like that. As a celebrity, as, someone who has money and who has access, you grew to where you're at right now.
Yeah,
And for you to be able to just sit down and admit that, that's huge.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Then it ain't nothing that for me, like it had already happened with my wife. I had to live that truth already. So you know what I mean, which is the harder one. So now you feel like you just trying to be a life coach for somebody. When you get asked these questions, you just got to be 100 about it. You know what I mean? There's no way to. I know, that most people see me as a good dude, and I got a good image, and I appreciate that. I want that.
Right.
I don't want to be seen as the bad guy in the situation, but so but if I had to look at the whole, flip back through the pages of my life, yeah, it's some pages need to be ripped out of that joke.
They made you who you
Yeah,
are. Every page
but
in
that's
there
yeah,
made you who you are.
that's true. That's the truth too. Like I ain't mad at that part either, though. You know what I mean? I think that's
And
that's
even what you touched on us though too, like when you touched on, having a friend like Shanae, you like, I never slept with her. I've known this chick a decade and we've been
yeah,
cool and we've never had nothing. Like people don't understand that because you get married, your whole life outside of your wife or your husband doesn't stop, but you still have to keep boundaries around your relationships and your
yeah.
friendships and whatnot, and you broke that down eloquently.
Yeah, no, no, that's really real. I think that again, like chemistry with people, that's a natural thing. Sometimes you can, people find, especially when you spend, most people on these movies, or you on movie sets, or you got a coworker. Anytime you find yourself in a space where you could feel, where you be like with a person and you just kind of share and y'all bond, the idea of you recognizing something in that other person is that's where people get in trouble. That's why guys, usually be mashing their assistants.
or whatever, because you really, it ain't even about nothing else but other than the frequent and proximity, and then you right there, and then you like just you continue, and then y'all decide one day that you just gonna take that other step, right? And most people think it's just gonna be this frivolous kind of thing, but there is those consequences. And then it's the ones that are choices. Then it's the fact that like, hey, you want a Birkin bag, this nigga wants some ass. Everybody like, shit, let's just figure it out,
Even
right?
exchange. It's an even exchange.
Everybody like, hey, nigga, that's what it is, right? And then we talk about that a little bit in the podcast. How, to me, in the day of, I hate to put things on hip hop, but in the fact that you hear it in songs where materialistic relationships are status quo. You know what I mean? They become
Right,
the thing
right.
where people just literally kind of you hear them and you like it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really tripping off. You singing the words. So I bought her a Birkin and I put her in that G wagon, and you be like, you don't even know that broad, like
Right.
So so, but again, it becomes commonplace where it's just behavior, and you think like, if I do those things, that actually substitute and represents love, and therefore I gave you something big that was had a lot of money, weighing on it, had a lot of, it cost me a lot. So therefore that equals love. And you supposed to love me because look how much I spent, and I,
Right.
like I said, it don't have nothing to do with time or, bonding or really caring about the person. So that is what it is.
Absolutely, a true investment. Well, I hope that everybody tunes in. Again, you can go to whatshesaidpodcast.com and check out said episode tonight. It's on right now. It's up. And again, he's just dropping 30 minutes worth of game, knowledge, and jokes for free. So you might as well go ahead and check that out. Said, I'll hit you later. I just
Yeah,
wanted to have you come on. Tell your fans to follow me, so I ain't got to tell your
yeah,
fans to
no
follow
doubt.
me.
Everybody, y'all check it out, man. I see a lot of people jumping on here today. Shout out everybody that's jumping on, and big up to y'all. And don't be judging folks. Y'all just
Oh, don't be judging, because it start out aggressive. Remember, I told you it progresses to the growth. It start
yeah,
out,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's what it
yeah.
likes to do. But I like to stop at a juke joint, go ahead, and then it grows.
I know you had T.I. on your first one, and then it followed up after this whole thing after which happened. You didn't even get to have that subject. That
Nah, we had to just let that
ahead
go.
of
We
your
start promoting you
time.
the next day.
You was ahead of your time, Shawty. You, you had T.I. a day before the real controversy. You could have broke the big story.
One a day late, $1 short. I was
Hey,
like, Tip,
yeah,
nigga, am I supposed to know some things? He
yeah.
was like, nah,
Yeah,
them was all lies.
you ain't never been trapped in the dungeon over there.
I did. I was like, did you
You
get
know,
your dick sucked for 6 hours?
never try to call y'all over there and put you in the trap. Did you take there to take the pill?
He ain't never tried to get me in the trap. I guess I don't come across
Yeah,
like the one to play them kind of
for the
games.
blue
So
pill game. All right.
I ain't got no blue. He ain't hit me with no blue pills, no red pills, no green or green
Nah,
pills.
that's
You
my
live and you
dog,
learn.
man. Yeah, I did, but it is that. Well, nowadays it does seem like there's a lot of attacking, people, and not saying that, like say anybody who has been really abused in a search of circumstance got to be heard, but it is a thing that it is just a very gluttonous, greedy society out there that people just out for blood, like for little of nothing. So but they'll work that out. That's all right. I was just messing with you on the.
Well,
You
that's
had
why
him
I
on
had to
your
come in. I had
guest
to
in the
say
first segment.
something. Everybody was like, Shanae, Ti was on your show, so what do you think? And I'm like, oh my God, let me go in there and make this little statement. I support Ti and whatever they do besides, behind closed doors. As long as it's with grown folks and it's consensual, I ain't got no business in nobody else's bedroom. That's where I stand on it.
Yeah.
And I feel the same like with, the conversation we had, on the podcast where whatever your truth is your truth. And I just want people to get to the point where you could express your truth without being judged, without being criticized, without being, the Bible and Bible
Listen,
browbeat to death.
I mean, we all grow in those situations. Again, you get beyond any time somebody's being taken advantage of. But in the situation where one gets to grow, a lot of us didn't even know that, like that you even supposed to open that up to your wife. Like sometimes people they get in there and they live in these pretend to be in these holy matrimony relationships when the other person may be very willing to be like, hey, let's try something, let's do something different, let's explore. And again, people actually take themselves out of the game because of their own beliefs. But when you hear somebody else doing it, you go like, oh man, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not
Right.
saying you ever want to try it, but again, the openness of may have you open yourself up to another idea, not maybe as extreme as that, but you now start to say, all right, cool, can I even talk to my mate about something like this, right?
Right.
Where we gonna try something different move or whatever, and so I think that a lot of times people definitely when they fall in love, they have these lines and they have these descriptions of who that person is to them. And then
Mm-hmm.
usually after a while, a few years, then that definition is kind of etched in stone. You don't really give room for growth with your mate, right?
Right.
Because your mate
Right.
somehow is the person that belonged to you. You forget that they're
Right.
their own person, that they got DNA and they got things that's like, that they've grown and decided like, all right, cool. So that's always the case. So, when guys will come back in, you be like, you try a new move, and you be like, where do you get that from? You be like, I
That's
ain't
the
get
first
it
thing you
from
think.
nowhere. I just,
Just on
I
somebody,
felt,
you knew this would
yeah,
work.
I felt innovative. But the fact you accusing me because I did something new, that's a very stifling energy in a relationship, right?
Right.
Can't, you can't stop me from growing and then say, why would I do something like that? Like, you be like, yo, I just was, I was improvising, like, like on a basketball court or a jazz musician. I just made a move, right? It wasn't like, you ain't never do that before. Like people like really found themselves in these boundaries where oftentimes that's, and again, never give an excuse for full, cats just cheating or whatever. But usually these are the kind of things where people find themselves like, well, I got different kind of interests and I got these things and I'm gonna go and get this fulfilled because my person don't even play like that. They don't want to do
Right.
none of that. So,
Right.
and so, you find yourself like, yeah, and that becomes where if you could be truthful, at least you can at least it could be out there. Like, yo, look, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You just
If
be,
you could be truthful. If you could
yeah,
be
like,
truthful.
yeah, you go to your partner house and see a ball gag, you be like, nigga, what this kind of nigga's you? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you need to put your shit up before this is bizarre, nigga. What is
Wait,
this?
said, what is a ball gag for those of us who are a
I'm
little
just
under?
saying. Well, that's like some
What have you seen?
that's some S&M type shit, right? Like that's like a nigga that nigga be like want to get dominated. You don't even know like your homeboy. You be
Oh.
like, yo, this nigga like to get dominated or some shit. And this was shit since
Oh.
you seen on a TV show. You like, all right, but again, that could be his thing. Like, and again, it ain't for me to judge. I just, like, and if he got a woman and she ain't into that, next thing you know, he's sneaking out because that's what he like. You know what I mean? So those kind of
Okay,
things
well,
are
let me
very
hit you with
real. They real in relationships.
I gotta hit you with one quick question. What is since you went there, what is the freakiest thing you've ever done?
This is definitely this is definitely the wrong platform for that information.
I just had to ask. I just had to ask. You ain't gotta
Nigga,
answer.
what? Nigga, I'm gonna call Joe Biden on your ass, nigga. This is some other shit.
That's Joe
That is a sexual insurrection, nigga. What the fuck you just?
Biden. All right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop my head. damn fool.
I'm like, what?
You grabbed your pearls and
Yeah,
everything.
nigga. To turn the air on. Nigga. Shit.
Is it like that? Is it like that?
I don't know.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? I had Kings of Comedy. I had some rock star years out there when I was the king, you know what I'm saying? When you be a rock star, you be rock starring, man. Ain't no telling.
We'll leave it there at the rock star
Yeah.
status.
Right.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Seth, for coming on. Y'all go follow me and hit up YouTube so you can check out Seth's interview, or it's on Spotify and all other free sources.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Who you got next week? Who you got coming?
We got Marvin Sapp coming up. We got Brian Michael Cox coming up. Yeah, well, you know, Valentine's Day, we coming into that.
Okay.
That how to keep your love together, and you know, we want
You should get some suggestions. People should tell you who they want you to talk to. You get Fox yet?
No, I need
Fox. You gotta get Fox on here. You know he'll be on some shit.
That'll be a good one. I'm gonna hit him up. I'll hit him up when we get off and see what he talking about.
All right, for sure.
All right, y'all hit me up. Let me know who you want to talk to.
Yeah, there you go.
We got an all access pass around here. So.
There you go. Yep.
All right, fam. Take care.
Yo, what up to the noobs? I see y'all on here. What up, everybody? All right, later.